what happened was that we had a breach of security in our intelligence community. Our eyes got eliminated. And I used to speculate about this, but I've now heard internal confirmation that what happened was that there was a quid pro quo set up basically out of desperation. And we transferred technology into Wuhan Institute of Virology. And the quid pro quo was to allow a limited number of human assets to have visibility about what was going on there. Okay. So the logic is we're in a bad situation. We know that these guys are doing stuff. We want to know what they're doing because we want to be in a position we can develop countermeasures for that. And so we want to do anything we can to get intelligence. And we've now lost all of our eyes. What are we going to do? Okay. Well, we strike a deal. The deal appears to have been that there was technology transfer associated with Ralph Baric and that whole program involving modern advanced recombinant virology and recombinant DNA technology and known research having to do specifically about coronaviruses. Because if you go back in the literature, coronaviruses have been identified as one of the leading candidate agents for biowarfare for a very long time. So we knew that China was doing stuff. We didn't know what they were doing. We wanted to have eyes, and we engaged in a quid pro quo that involved both funding transfer and technology transfer, and Tony Fauci knew all about it. As did USAID.
We give them a bunch of technology.
We give them tech and money.
They develop all this, but then what? And then we're supposed to be able to see the results.
Right.
Okay, and so how does it play out?
It plays out that it appears, so this is speculation, this is the chain of events as I see it, okay? Right. There was technology transferred from EcoHealth Alliance and Ralph Baric having to do with this furin cleavage site, the specific mutations, the engineering of the virus, and potentially passaging in a humanized mouse strain, et cetera, that gave rise to a cluster of coronaviruses that were kept banked. And by the way, they have a massive bank of other coronaviruses that is there and untapped. We don't even know what the contents are that they've been collecting in China for years and years and years. But they came up with a portfolio of recombinant viruses, and they were testing those recombinant viruses. So they were doing something. Somebody got infected. And the current timeline suggests that this happened in November, and the CCP came in and basically cleaned out the records and threw away the samples and did everything they could to make it so that you could never trace what had happened.